It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can follow me on Twitter at the Mike Prince Show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, and our soon-to-be reconstructed website, obnradio.com. Without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. A couple of days away from the Super Bowl, the Panthers will be taking on the Southern Jags this weekend on the hardwood. Basketball getting together on Monday to take on Grambling. And we're going to be discussing the 2022 football schedule for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. But what I'm first going to do, I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with today's episode. Keep it right where you got it, and we'll be right back.
The voice of student athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
The Open Mic Broadcast Network would like to take this time to recognize its sponsors and underwriters: Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Prairie View Athletic Club, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Helping Hands Lawn Service, the Hotline Press newspaper of Hempstead, Texas, Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill. For more information on how you can become an underwriter or a sponsor here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, our number to call is 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mike Prince Show here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. As we may mention, we got a lot to cover on today. Technically, untechnically, this is Football Friday because it is the Friday before the Super Bowl. We're going to be looking over the Prairie View A&M University football schedule for 2022. And just as a reminder, though, we do have baseball season kicking up. We'll be giving you in-depth coverage on that. And my struggling Panthers on both sides of the court, both men and women, they'll be taking on Southern this Saturday, and then they'll convene on Monday with Grambling. Now, the Panthers right now are in the bottom tier of the Southwestern Athletic Conference on both men and women's side, but there's no need to panic just yet. They got to somehow qualify for the tournament, and if we can take care of business on that end, then anything can happen. Coach Byron Smith and Coach Sandy Pugh, for that matter, do have the experience, and I think they have a good enough team that if they could just somehow get to the tournament, limp into the tournament, they'll make some things happen. Meanwhile, on the baseball side of things, the Panthers will be defending their Western Division championship title as they get ready to kick off things for the 2022 season. We'll break that schedule down in a little bit more on next week as we get ready to pop into the spring festivities of baseball and softball. Now, of course, with the Super Bowl weekend being at hand on us, I'll give you my picks on that. I want to first kind of go through the Prairie View football schedule. It was released, and I had yet to give my take on the Bubba McDowell hire for the Panthers, and it was part of my sabbatical trip, but I got text, invoiced, and everything else about that particular matter. For the most part, when you look at the Bubba McDowell hire, it was a safe hire, and some would even say a logical hire, okay? And it is a matter of how one would view. Some would view the hire as the glass half empty. Others would view it as the glass half full. we will yet look at it as being half full until proven otherwise. But we're looking at the schedule now, and we will kind of dissect. We won't go in the exact order of the games, but we can tell you that for the most part, in the conference play of things, the Panthers, of course, will take on Texas Southern. They'll take on Grambling, Pine Bluff, Southern University, Alcorn. I'm missing someone right now. They'll take on Alabama State, Alabama A&M, and there is one other. Bethune-Cookman will be on the campus this year for the Panthers. Now, the intriguing part to me is going to be, of course, the non-conference schedule. Now, with the non-conference schedule, they'll take on Incarnate Word, Abilene Christian, and they will also be taking on Lamar University. Now, if we're going to go historically, because I'll be quite honest with you, we're not real sure what is all remaining in the stall when Eric Dooley leaving, going to Southern University. He was able to lure some of the Panther players to come with him to Jag Nation. That's all a part of the game. So we're not going to cry over spilt milk in that category. But remaining players and the recruits coming in is going to be hard to say exactly how this Panther team is going to look in 2022. So if I were to go and do an assessment according to the schedule of 2022, and this is nothing that would stick, but just going from history and just logic matchups, here's what I'm looking at just off the top of my head. With Incarnate Word, you'd have to possibly put that in the loss column. Even remotely with Abilene Christian. Lamar, I say a 50-50 chance. I would give us the benefit of the doubt of beating Lamar. So in the non-conference schedule for 2022, you could forecast the Panthers at possibly going at 1-2. Now, when we break down the SWAC schedule, we can go accordingly. I really and truly believe that the Panthers are going to have their hands full when it comes to the Labor Day Classic this year. Texas Southern has really made some leaps and bounds. They finally found themselves a quarterback, and they are a much improved team. But if I had to pick at this point, I would have to give the advantage to the Panthers. They have 7 consecutive wins with the Labor Day Classic, so we would chalk them up with the win for as that is concerned. Then, of course, you have the Grambling game. Right now, with momentum going, Panthers have 4 games in a row with the wins over the Grambling G-Men. I would have to give them the win on that one. And now the other games that would be of, let's say, interest, when you look, like I say, not in any necessary order, but just with the schedule of the teams that we know they'll be playing. I honestly would have to say a loss to Alcorn. Let's see, when we go back and look at Pine Bluff, I could see a win over Pine Bluff. So that's 3 wins thus far in conference play. And when you look at Southern is going to be one of those up in the air deals for me. But if I had to give a slight edge right now, I would probably say Southern University on that one. When it comes to Bethune-Cookman, it'll give a slight advantage to the Panthers on that game. Other games would now be on the Alabama swing of things, and I would have to give the slight edge of the Panthers beating both Alabama A&M and Alabama State. So when we look at it from the conference ranking of things, let's count the wins again. Texas Southern, Grambling, Alabama State, Alabama A&M, and Pine Bluff. So that would be 5 conference wins for the Panthers and the 1 non-conference win. So the projection as we speak today would have the Panthers going 6-5. Not an unrealistic projection, especially with Bubba McDowell coming into the first year of him being the leader of this Panther program. Of course, as spring football comes out, and we'll dissect things a little bit closer, but right now, if I were to throw darts in the dart, this is my early projection of the Panthers for 2022. You guys let me know what you think about my projections by leaving comments on our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, or you can actually dial in to our 24-hour message line at 713-570-6736. Let us know what you think. So I am projecting right now with my in the dark pick, the Panthers being 6-5 under the inaugural season of Coach Bubba McDowell. Now time for us to give our Super Bowl pick for the weekend. Of course, I do not really care for the Rams, nor do I care for the Cincinnati Bengals. But I have to pick one, right? And if I must pick one, oh boy, I got to do it. I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams. And the reason that I'm going with the Los Angeles Rams is because of their defensive line in comparison to the offensive line of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, Cincinnati has a very strong, capable defense that could be some matchup fits and scheme concerns for the Rams. But I do believe that the Rams have enough offense that they should be able to overcome any potential threat from Cincinnati. My projection of the score of this event will have the Rams winning by the score of 27-23. And that is my final answer. 27-23, the Rams becoming Super Bowl champions. And I really, really hate to say that because, like I say, I don't have a lot of desire for either one of them. But it is what it is. I want you guys to be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Hit the bell notification button. That way you don't miss anything. We're going to be doing some unique videos and additional content, or should I say content, on the YouTube channel. Of course, you can visit our website at obnradio.com. We'll soon be relaunching that page with the new construction. Going to trim some things down and kind of give it a different look. Hopefully you guys will like that. And we are always available by way of Twitter at the Mike Prince Show. I must exit stage left for right now. My time is far spent, and I've got to hit the road. I want to thank you guys so much for joining in with us. Remember, we love you, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.